Hi Year 5, Miss Matthews here. So this is my third video to you to celebrate how all of you are getting on at home, and also to share some things with you for the next couple of weeks. So a couple of you have been asking on the phone recently when I've been calling you, what do we do about our reading, and are we able to come and collect some books to borrow? The answer is kind of. So we've got a lending library happening on Friday, from Friday onwards, every Friday, and it's basically a book swap. So you come in into the schoolhouse, socially distanced, queuing up outside, and you go and choose a book that you would like. And then next Friday, you bring it back, return it, and you pick up another book. So you're basically swapping one book for another book. So that starts this Friday. You've also got loads of online reading that you can do. I know it's not exactly the same, but you've got Read Theory, which you've all got your usernames and passwords for, and you've also got Purple Mash. And if you go into Purple Mash, you've got a whole section of reading, all for your ability. And if you fancy going harder books or easier books, it's totally up to you. So that's the first message about reading. The second one is all about your usernames and passwords. Now, I know Miss Sharper in the office has spent ages collating all of the usernames and passwords for every single one of you, and we're still getting people kind of not sure how to log on to things. Now, I think this is like our 13th week, I think, of home learning. It's really important that you're varying the activities that you're doing. So some days you might not feel like doing any online learning. That's absolutely fine. But you do need to be making sure that you do some written learning. So that would be going into the packs. Other days you might be like, I don't really want to do much writing today. I don't want to spend too long doing that. So I'm going to spend my hour or hour and a half all on mathletics. And then the next day you might be like, oh, I might want to do a bit of both. So I'm going to spend some time on Purple Mash, mathletics, Read Theory, Times Table Rockstars. Literally mix it up. Whatever works for you, whatever mood you're in, whatever learning attitude you've got, just get going and learn from it, because it's really important that we are continuing our learning every day. And I had to speak to a couple of you this week just to talk about that, because lots of you aren't accessing all of the online learning that we've got. And I know online learning is not the same as school learning, and I know it's difficult, and I know you've got brothers and sisters, and I know that you've got mums and dads that, you know, might not be able to help you with things, but it's important that you try and access as many different resources. So that's my moan and groan over. We're now going to celebrate some of the amazing learning that's been happening. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and hopefully you're going to enjoy what I have for you. So here we go. Miss Matthews celebrates Year 5. So let me just move my little face. Cool. So I'm going to be using my share screen to celebrate you today. So if you see your name and you pop up, congratulations. If you don't see your name and you don't pop up, don't think that I haven't recognised your online learning usage. It's just these children have gone above and beyond what they should be doing online. So here we go. Our first one goes to somebody who has spent their most improved time online. So from when we first started in lockdown to where we are at now, the time when I've been calling you and speaking to you, this is the people, the person who's spent the most time and have improved that time. And it goes to Danae and Omar. So well done to you two, congratulations. Moving on to our next winner. So we have got, need to move my face again, a Read Theory champion. Now, quite a lot of you haven't been going on to Read Theory. It's okay if that's not for you. So Read Theory is basically online reading, and it's got loads of questions and answers, and you get loads of knowledge points and points for it. So this champion of Read Theory has got 2,000, more than 2,000 actually, knowledge points. And so they've progressed up the levels and they've gone really far with their reading. And it goes to, I think this person knows who they are because I spoke to them this week, Jonas. So well done, Jonas. You're doing a great job on that. And if anyone wants to try and challenge or beat him, go ahead, log on to your Read Theory. You've got your usernames and passwords in your pack. Try and beat him. So we have got some children who have had some amazing mathletics results. So their hours have shot up over the last couple of weeks. We've got children getting certificates, silver and bronze certificates, and children are getting 100% on the tasks that I'm sending out to you. So these two children who need recognising are Karim and Ivy. So well done to both of you. Congratulations. Now I'm going to move my face again. We have got some children that need recognising from athletics. Now, the first one is the only person at the moment who is going above and beyond what they should be doing on athletics and is doing all of the tasks to the best that they can. And they've got themselves a silver certificate, which is amazing. So the silver certificate winner, I'm sure they know who they are, goes to Thomas. Congratulations, Thomas. And I thought it would be nice to share all of the children who have got bronze awards so far. So these are all of you. So if you see your name, congratulations. Danae, Jonas, Henok, Kayla, Ilias, Ivy, Karim, Thomas, Maisai, Arman, and Omar. So you've all got yourself a bronze certificate. Well done. That's a brilliant achievement. And the little certificates are in the corner there. That's what they look like. So we can print them out for you when you return. So on to Purple Mash now. Just a little reminder, all of the work I would like you to do is in the to-dos section, which is that red tick there. So please, please, please go onto your alerts, go onto the to-dos and complete those things first. And that's where you'll get your rewards, that's where you get your points, and that's where I recognise it. So recognise you for doing the work. So we have got 2 winners who have completed the most tasks. And I actually went on to somebody's account this morning and they had finished all of their to-dos. There was 0 left. So the 2 children who are going on Purple Mash and completing them really well are Henok and Aman. Well done, Aman, and well done, Henok. Keep that up. So I have just a couple more messages for you. The first message is, if some days you don't feel like doing any online learning and you don't feel like doing any of the tasks that I've set you, that's okay. But we do need to be thinking about, okay, well, what is it that you don't want to do with your learning? What is it that you're finding difficult? So we have got on the school website loads of coronavirus ideas and activities that you can be doing. So one of them is BBC Bite Size. Now, we've used BBC Bite Size in our lessons loads in history and geography and English. But you can now go on to BBC Bite Size and you can learn anything that you like. So I was thinking some of you might want to start to learn a modern foreign language. Now at my previous school, the children in year 4, they were learning Mandarin. And Mandarin is another language. Can you see it just there? It's where it says ni hao. So if you learnt Mandarin, you could come back to school in year 6 learning Mandarin, which I thought would be really cool. And there's some music activities on there, history, so you can click on any of those. There's games, there's videos, there's activities, which is just a bit different, isn't it? So you don't have to do that, but I thought it was worth sharing. And the second thing is, if you love learning about history as much as I do, watch BBC Homeschool History. Now, I know Mrs. Collymore is doing loads of these things online because I've seen her been sharing her videos. But she shared something last week, and it was all about the very famous king who we learned about in our ancient Africa topic. And there's a picture of him there, which we spoke about, he was on the globe, and he's got a massive gold coin in his hand, and he was the richest man ever to live. And he is a famous king, and hopefully you know who I'm talking about right now. And he traveled all across Africa, and he shared and gave away loads and loads of his gold, and it caused all of these people in Egypt to have loads of his gold. And so gold actually became devalued because it didn't have as much value because there was so much of it, because he was so generous with it. And this video is all about Mansa Musa. And so if you'd like to learn more about him, you go on to BBC Homeschool History, and there's a whole video there all about Mansa Musa. And then the last one I have to share with you is, there is a new Times Table Rockstars tournament called London Rocks 2020. Now, Miss Shah has told me about this, and all you need to do is you can play any game. You can try to aim to earn as many points as you can. And the more that you learn, the more that you play, the higher your score will be. And then if our class wins the most points, then we get loads of different prizes. So please have a go at doing that. Just to let you know, there's a maths week there. Can you see that in the top corner? So maths week is 22nd to 26th of June. So have a go at trying to complete the tournament and see how you get on. So that is everything from me. I'm going to now sign off and say goodbye, but I'll give you all a call and check how you're doing. And just to let you know, your third batch of homeschool learning packs, the written stuff is ready and from the school ready to be collected if you haven't already. Can't wait to see you all. It's a super weird, strange time. But yeah, stay safe and I will speak to you all soon. Bye, Year 5.